Hey there everyone, this is Jeffrey with Killaskila Gaming, and welcome back to The Evil Within. Previously, we completed Chapter 15 and Evil Within, which is the final chapter of the main story, and before we move on to the DLC, there are a few things I wanted to do to wrap up, including finding those last collectibles that we couldn't get in the main playthrough, and then some other things I thought I would showcase. So let's get right to it. First, we want to go down to the New Game Plus option, which will become available after you finish the main story. And then just load up whatever file you want to actually play on. And then you should have the chapter select here. One thing to note before we get into this is that when you select a chapter, you have to actually complete the chapter in order to keep whatever you collected during it. So we are going to be going into Chapter 2, Remnants. I'm probably going to skip right to the part that we need to do and then cut it off after that while I finish the chapter, because you don't all need to see that. There's really no reason for us to replay it together at this point, other than maybe showcasing some stuff. And let's just jump right in. Just keep that in mind. You got to save at the end of the chapter in order to keep whatever it is you collect. Plus, we now have difficulty options. And we are back in a very familiar place, of course.
Hello? Anybody there?
Are we awake?
Is everyone else all right? The city?
Whatever are you talking about? You are the only soul here. Right now.
A hospital?
This place is necessary for you.
You don't
You're
say.
always welcome here.
I've been hospitalized?
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. Please, sign in here. Without signing in, there's no way to ensure your future memories.
Okay, well, let's just do this quick to get it out of the way. I think I ran out of save spaces before, so we'll do our oldest one here.
This way, please.
Before we do that, you may notice that there is a missing persons poster on the wall. Now, the trophy, I don't remember the name offhand. I think it's every Nook and Cranny or something like that. That's the one you get for doing all the collectibles. Essentially, I think all the collectibles minus the keys. And so this is the official last collectible you need to get in the game if you follow through with everything I've done before. Missing Sebastian Castellanos, Crimson City Police detective, disappeared while investigating missing person case. So, that is officially it, the last one that you actually need. And from there are some other things I did want to do besides this, but let's continue along a little bit here, and we'll kind of get to it.
What the? Back here again.
Right, so there's probably going to be a jump cut there.
Losing it.
Yes, Sebastian, you definitely are. There's probably going to be a jump cut from the previous visit here, because I figured we would do the upgrades while we're here.
That was a bad dream, or this is.
Whatever is the matter?
So all I did is play the beginning of the chapter so far, and I figured I would showcase some of our new toys before we go on to the next thing I wanted to do. But let's do some upgrading. Quite a bit of gel from the end of the game, plus the bonuses. And I don't really know what I want to do at this point, but I've always been a big fan of damage, so... Pump some points into these. Shotgun ammo would be good. There we go. I never gone for the capacity the way I talked about. I wonder if accuracy would actually help a lot. So we really didn't get a chance to come in here previously. And when you finish the game, you run out of the ability to come back here. You know, and I mentioned that early on, but if you have anything left in the lockers, or if you missed anything, we can always come and get those. And we should have already opened everything. I don't see any that we missed. And then the other thing that we have now is that the map is complete. Oh yeah, okay. High penetration sniper rifle. Upgrades to the barrel and action of a standard sniper rifle have given it a superior penetration power. Skill point applied to sniper rifle applied to this weapon as well. Very nice. Burst handgun. This burst capable automatic pistol has a high rate of fire and can do a lot of damage to enemies. Skill points applied to handgun applied to this pistol as well. Good. So yeah, some more toys to play with. I actually completely forgot about those. I just wanted to show the map. Because you can see the places that we've been to where they are. Like you can see the Victoriano Estate there, Cedar Hill, which is where the church is. When we get to the DLC, that place is going to come back up again for reasons that we have not learned about yet. And if we look over here, we have the subway section, which we've been to, the hospital. I'm not sure. You know, it's kind of hard to see on this, but might be easier to see with the handgun. You should be able to pretty much find everything, though. Yeah, so Elk River Village up there, that's kind of where we're at. So kind of cool, though. I think that this is here, because you can see all the places we're familiar with. Now, I did want to show one other thing. I'll wait till we get back out into the main world, which is the new toys we have. And I'm going to show you how much some of what we have can trivialize things going forward, which is kind of nice if if you've spent all the time getting all this stuff. So I'm going to save one more time. And again, just a reminder that you have to finish the chapter in order to keep everything. So if you want to keep upgrades, gel, whatever you're collecting, just remember you got to finish everything and save it at the end.
Hey, are you guys from around here? I don't know where...
Come on.
Okay, so now that we are back in the Elk River area, go to our weapons. So I'm at the handgun on the top. I do believe we can switch it out just by pushing the square there, or it might probably be different on an Xbox, but... And then you'll have the new handgun. We also have the machine gun, which we don't have many rounds for it. We also have the rifle, and we can switch over to the new one. And then we have the launcher. For now, I'm going to save the launcher because we can use that for something else later on in case I don't have the munitions for this. And I'll explain that as we get closer to it. But But my favorite, personal favorite, is the brass knuckle. So this thing is a beast, and it's going to kind of be our go-to. So we're just going to run up to this first guy here. Just whack him. And yeah, so he's just kind of exploded. See, I got the handgun equipped. I got the rifle equipped. Might play around with some of these later. Right, so as you can see, I did die again. What else is new? We want to load up then our new save file, which for me is going to be on chapter 3. And what we want to do from here is go to chapter 10, the craftsman's tools. This is where we originally faced off, or where we originally faced off with Laura for the last time. And if you recall, I said there was a key in that location that you can get to if you take her out before you run to the elevator. And so I'm going to jump into this chapter, and we are going to reconvene at the point where she shows up, because of course this is a pretty lengthy chapter. So I'm going to go through all this chapter again and just run through it to get us there. Alright, so here we are. Laura's is right ahead of us. We just gotta get to the end of this segment. I don't think it really helps to do any damage to her in the meantime. It just has to be at the end where we have our final confrontation with her. While we're here, of course, let's take advantage of our ability to upgrade.
Have you forgotten something?
Collected quite a bit of gel in just a short period of time, so that's kind of nice. Let's max out the bolts. Spin's recovery, I'm taking a lot more damage than I thought I would. I don't think the melee is going to help at all. Stock is never bad. Alright. I think this is my first save since we jumped into this chapter. Yeah, clearly. So, let's go deal with the woman of the hour. I'm going to switch back to the regular handgun for this. In case I end up using it for anything, you know, like those little levers and whatnot. Okay, was there anything over here? I honestly cannot remember, so let's just get to it. Let's make some... I don't know what our max setting is for that. Let's make what we can, I guess. Actually, I'll stick with that for now. We have an ace in the hole here, so we don't actually need the bolts. I'm gonna slow her down here though, because as we saw, she can catch up to you in this part. Here. She's so fast. This chapter will never cease to like get under my skin. All right. So our ace in the hole, of course, is the rocket launcher. It deals massive amounts of damage, so I don't think you can use bullets, like regular bullets, to get rid of her. It has to be either the rocket launcher, which I know works because I've tried it before. And I think, as I said in the main playthrough, if we had enough crafting supplies, I think we could deal with her using just the fire bolts. Because I noticed when we were dealing with her that... Oh my god, really? Why did I do that? I was just saying that to myself, or if I wasn't saying it, I was thinking it. I'm gonna end up running into some bolts. That's kind of like our hand. When I was taking out her, taking her out, I guess. She was spawning from certain bodies, and eventually, kind of went to like specific, different locations. And when I noticed that, like, she kept spawning from one spot. If you go back to that chapter, you can see it. And eventually she spawned from a different location and then one behind me where I was originally trying to take her out. And so I think it was just a matter of time before she ran out of bodies to respawn from. But I do believe, if I recall, the rocket launcher just completely takes her out. If I am mistaken on any of that, I apologize. I'm pretty sure that works. And if you look over here, I do believe this is our location. That's the elevator we're trying to get to. So we just want to make sure we want to get to that end section basically, and then we want to make sure to take her out before we go for the elevator. It requires us to survive, and I'm not entirely confident on how smooth this is going to go. No. Hit the lever quick. Oh, G.I. Joe. No. We don't really need to torture here, but... Oh, shoot. Shoot.
Damn it!
We can use it to slow her down, of course. Am I the only one where, like, the... It can't just be me, right? The screaming really gets under my skin. It's like she's constantly reminding you that she's there to... to make your shit in your scrambled eggs, basically. Oh my god. Where was that trap? There was a trap there. Maybe that was the one I already triggered. Done. Crap. Crap, 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 crap. Oh! Are you kidding me? Oh my. I've missed so many shots there. Oh crap. I forgot there's one more, there's one more, there's one more. I didn't get this one. I remember there's 3 levers, the relay. Don't know what I'm saying. Don't listen to me. Oh my. Would you stop dodging me, woman? Oh my. She set off. Oh, she did set off the trap. Oh my. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Not quite what I meant to do. I can't remember what I gotta do for this part. Oh, it's the little... Yeah, I gotta open those. Need to get her to stop trying to... Well, not... Oh my... Not stop trying to, I just need to get her to stop killing me. That didn't work, did it? That did not work. I'm running out of fire here, but I kind of want to get that. I kind of want to get that gate open. Okay. Oh my! No. Okay, I guess this is the moment, right? Nope, she got me. I waited too long. She got me! Oh, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? That did not work. I don't know if I need to stop it first or not. Let's try it again. Holy shoot. Okay, the rocket launcher was not working very well. And I know I've done it before. I know it can work, but holy crap. I was like, you know, in the meantime, I was actually kind of looking at some stuff that other people had tried. I mean, like, I didn't stop and take a break or anything. I literally just, like, typed it in between a take here while I was, while the loading screens were up, just so I could see what other people were doing. And some people said they didn't have any upgrades and she would die, if they used, like, the furnace and the body. So that's why I started using those. I mean, I had already started using them, but... So literally, apparently you can do this on the base game. You don't even need that much ammo. And the thing I wanted to do this for was, of course, you get some stuff here. It's not great, of course, but if you do it early on enough, of course, we get this, the statue here, so you can get that final key, the 47th key, I believe. And so when I got to that last chance there, I was like, I'm out of crafting parts, and I was out of I should be able to pick that up now. So I was out of crafting parts. I was out of, anything of real help. And so I was like, well, why don't I try the machine gun, since the launcher is kind of restricting my movement. And apparently that did it. So that's kind of what you get for that. So otherwise she'll chase you in the elevator. And so you get the little goodies over here. Since you don't need upgrades for it, that's actually not a bad steel haul for, like, for your first game. So anyways, I'll finish the chapter. Let me chill on the flip side. Okay, so while we're here, I figured I'll do some upgrades. I thought maybe we'll test out the rocket launcher on the amalgam, since I still have to finish the chapter anyway. Curious to see what the possible damage output is on this. Out of curiosity, right? For science. Maybe I need to get his attention first. Oh, yeah, that got his attention. That didn't quite work the way I thought it would, so I guess probably not really worth it. Let's hide. Oh. Okay. Yeah, the launcher doesn't seem that great to me. All right. And that is essentially all I wanted to do for this kind of bonus episode, I guess. So, you know, the collectible trophy is not completed until you get that last missing person's poster for Sebastian. And then there's actually a trophy for what we did with Laura there. You don't need all the keys. You actually get a trophy for finishing the map, I believe, but not actually, or sorry. You get a trophy for finishing the lockers, like opening them all, I believe. But you don't get a trophy for like getting all the keys because there's extra keys in the game, basically. I think we have three extra keys now, and we don't really have any use for them. So yeah, that's kind of how that works out. And taking out Laura, like I said, I'm pretty sure I used the launcher when I did it, and maybe I just wasn't getting good like landing hits. And based on what that did to Amalgam, it seemed like it really wasn't doing as much damage as I had hoped. Which doesn't really matter. It's not like it's a big deal for me. I'm not necessarily planning to play through this on New Game Plus, but I have all my rockets back now, so I really want to play with that in the future. So anyways, I got to showcase some of those new tricks and treats that we have, and that's pretty much it for the main game. So if you enjoy New Game Plus and just being able to run through and destroy everything, I guess one thing I didn't try that might have been kind of fun would have been to just have bashed Laura with the brass knuckles. That would have been kind of cool, or the probably iron knuckles. I don't know if it had a label on it, but so some pretty cool stuff you actually get there in the end. I think there's quite a few unlockables I think worth getting, and of course some of those are just like I thought the map was what got you the knuckles, but we didn't get the extra weapons until we went into the map room, so maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm not really sure. And there's probably a few other of those kind of weird trophies we got along the way. Of course, I already had them, so it's not like they're going to pop up or anything. Maybe if I think about it, I'll try to put some of those in the description. Go back and put them in the description, because I've been putting where the collectibles are for people who might want to use this as a walkthrough. But otherwise, it's just kind of fun gameplay. So anyways, with that being said, let's close things out for this one. Next time, we'll be continuing the story with the DLC. So there's 2 segments, and I'll talk about that when we get there. So thank you all for joining, and I will see you all later.